Are you a stander or a sitter when you do
Well,
panels? It's
I don't
awkward.
know. Standing up, I feel like I was probably better, but sitting, I feel like we're trying to sell something on QVC.
Right? It's kind of therapeutic. I can do
Let
some
me tell you,
therapy.
this pillow is really something, and for only $5.99, this will make a lovely addition to any of your homes.
Shipping and handling?
It's in convention blue. It is Comic-Con convention pattern blue.
Well, now I want to see it. It's
How's everybody doing? That is so fucking half-hearted, I can't believe it. You guys totally failed just then.
I told you.
Now,
Wow.
this is, without a doubt, this is an awesome crowd. You guys are amazing. This is maybe the worst space for a Q&A I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
I feel like I'm at a cattle auction. Look at this place. Oh, did you guys, although it does smell, did anyone notice it smelled like horses when you walked in here? Yeah.
That's con smell.
That's con smell? Wow, that's like so insulting. I don't even know where to begin. That's just, I go, does it smell like horses in here? Yeah, it smells like all you actors. You know what that is.
Actors?
You know how you actors are. You just eat your food at the table and you poop wherever you want, you know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking with you, of course. Anyway, thank you for inviting me here to Ontario. It's awesome to be here. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, so I'm pretty familiar with parts of Ontario. Windsor, where I used to drink. Because they let us Detroit kids in there, that's why. So back in the day, what we would do is we would get in our car, go under the tunnel or over the bridge. I love that there's like both a rap concert and a heavy metal band playing right now. But we would take our cars, we'd go over the bridge, under the tunnel, and waiting there, right at the other end. And this was pre-9/11. So what would happen is you'd go over the bridge, and the dude who was ever sitting there, it wasn't like a military dude. It was just some dude with a big gut. And he'd go, "Where you going?" "Windsor." "What are you doing there?" "Drinking." "All right." And you just go in. And then there'll be all these vans, and they'd all be like waving us American kids down. It'd be like, "This is the best bar. Get in this van." "No, get in this one." So we just pick a van and we go. And drinking age for like 1 year in this province was 18. I was 18 years old. Can't believe it. But that only lasted a year probably because, I don't know, probably 10,000 kids like got into fights and whisked their cars into Lake Erie or some shit. But we had a great time. So that's how I got to know Canada.
Have you been to London
before? It was oblique, but I did what?
Have you been to London before?
I have never been to London. I've never been to London. My agent told me this. He said, there's a convention that is interested in having you, and you're going to be flying to London.
Oh.
And I was like, cool. The London Bridge, Big Ben, British pounds. He's like, not that London. And I said, what, London? He goes, London, Ontario. I went, that's even better.
Oh,
Fuck right. London, England. This is much more interesting. It is. Because there's authentic awesomeness and authentic grit here, which I think is a great combination for any city. Last night, I was at this awesome, decrepit crack bar. That's all I can tell you what it was. I mean, it must have been like 2 feet from a crack house or something. But it was great. Saw great music. It was the Fangoria Horror Mag release party, and it was great. Heavy metal band. And then this morning, I went to this, it was like this, I don't know, $900 breakfast I think I paid for. Something.
In London?
I didn't even know it was possible to pay that much for 2 eggs, but they were awesome. They were worth it. Anyway, this town's great, so you guys got a great place. But all that said, thank you for having me here. It's a great place. Now, raise your hand if this is your first day here. Raise your hand. Oh, okay. Raise your hand if raise your hand if you still have most of the money you came with. Oh, wow, you guys are really doing a good job. Raise your hand if you've already blown your month's rent already. Yep, you're dead, aren't you? You're dead. You can never go home. Are you a married man? No, you're lucky. Then you can go home. Well, for a week. Until they kick you out. But you'll be like, no, but look at all these friggin' X-Men comics, man. Yes, I'm living on the street, but I got Ted Raimi's autograph. Just. Isn't it crazy that all of us, including myself, by the way, wait all year long for this stuff? You know, we wait all year long to get here. And why? Because we want to share all this stuff with all of ourselves. You know, we want to Incidentally, the reason I'm talking about everything other than myself is not that I'm not self-centered like every other actor you've ever met. I am. No, I'm not. The answer is, there's nothing anymore that you don't know about me that's already not online. I'll be happy to answer all that crap, like my favorite color and my favorite songs and all this stuff. Happy to. But all you have to do is go, Ted Raimi, space, favorite color. Then you know it. But just starting with this, because why not? But it is fascinating that we all wait around for this stuff so we can really, it's not about all the stuff that we can buy or people we meet. It's really just about being with each other so that we can let go, oh my God, I'm not alone in knowing that the second season, episode 2 of Doctor Who was my favorite episode from 1974, March 12th. And they're like, yeah, me too. Because we all think we're crazy. Or if we don't, everybody else does. So it's refreshing to be around people that don't think we're crazy. You know? So I like these things too for exactly the same reason. Although I never used to admit it, but now I do because I don't really care. Just reach a point where you don't care. But that's what I do. So now, who has any questions for me that I can answer for them? You may have to go, yeah. If your voice is weak, or if you are otherwise afraid, and you cannot speak above this horrible din, this young lady will go bring you a microphone. Yes. By the way, love the Supergirl. Love the Supergirl costume.
Thank you. What was the audition process like for Xena?
The audition process? Did you hear a question? The audition process for Xena, Warrior Princess. Well, when I did that show, I had just gotten off an NBC show for a long time, and I had been reading for a lot of shows that I wasn't getting. And so I packed up my car because I thought my career was over after those 3 years of NBC and was gonna go drive to Detroit and just get a job in an office and call that the end of my acting career. But then my friend Rob Tappert, who produced Xena, called me up and said, hey, do you want to come to New Zealand to do this TV show? I said, okay. That was it. I didn't read for that one. I just got it. So that was about it, you know. I got really lucky, you know. Yeah, my life would have been totally different otherwise. Yes, Miss Gabrielle, look at that, Gabrielle. God, you got a lot of Xena fans here. It's crazy. You know, it's a funny thing. It's like you're in the business so long. I've been in this business for so long, for like 35 years. And Xena was one of the first TV shows I've ever done. I've done 24 other shows since then. I've starred in 2 other ones, long running. I've been in almost 100 movies, but still, most people do want to talk about Xena. I don't understand it. It's crazy. It would be as though you had 10 different marriages. And like you finally found the person of your dreams and all everyone wants to talk about was your first girlfriend you had. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so my question is about Xena. But
I couldn't tell by the
yeah,
costume.
Really surprised, shocking. No, I was wondering how much trouble you and Bruce got in when you guys were doing Xena, because I know he was the Prince of Thieves, and I know you guys are old friends, and I guess you would be like goofing around.
Did you want to
like
hear the
Bruce
question?
Campbell?
She said, how much trouble did my friend Bruce Campbell and I get into while we were on set of Xena?
And I have one final to go with that too. What's your favorite color?
Look the fuck online. That's my answer to that. The answer to your first question, we didn't get into too much trouble. Bruce and I are both Detroit guys. We're all about 9 to 5. We just like to work. We don't really get into trouble. I mean, at night we'd a few drinks and all that, like all, us miscreant actors do. But, no, we're not that kind of guys. We're pretty square. We're just 9 to 5 actor guys, so not really. But I do remember, though, when Renee O'Connor, Lucy Lawless, and I would often be hanging out on set between takes, somebody would start laughing, either Lucy or Renee or I, and then that would snowball, and we would start laughing and laughing and laughing, and we'd think we were just killing time between takes until we would look out at the crew who was going like this. Sometime today, mate. Sometime today. So they would get really pissed off at us. And eventually they'd get so mad we'd just have to shut up. But that would happen a lot. But no, we weren't really we weren't, going to the camera truck and lighting M80s off in there. And that wasn't really happening. Who else has a question?
Will you pass this down, please? Thank you.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be during Xena. It could be any other show you film. What would have been your favorite blooper?
My favorite blooper for what? For anything?
Throughout your entire career.
Like, so it just...
Just a scene that didn't go as
Probably
it was
all the
planned.
times. Oh, you're talking about in the movies.
Yeah, anything.
Good. I was going to answer something really personal. I'm
No, no,
glad
no,
you
no,
clarified that shit.
Acting
I see
related.
cameras right there and shit. Wow, damn. All right. Hey, are you filming this? That's totally illegal. You're going to get arrested. No, I'm just kidding. You're not going to get arrested. I don't know. What favorite blooper? Probably like, I don't know. I never watched those damn things. Why would I want to watch myself fuck up? If I asked you, I go, hey, name the 3 stupidest things you've done that you photographed and then put online. Be like, I didn't do any of that. So it's none of the stuff we ever want to see. I don't know. I never really watched them. People tell me there's a bunch like for the shows I've done. Yeah? Like, huh? What? Like oh, the music ones?
The music ones.
What'd she say?
The music ones, yeah? Oh, the amusing. What? An amusing, something that wasn't scripted.
Amusing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you said music. I don't know. I probably, I don't know. I'm just glad they didn't put the ones in where I came in, relatively unprepared. That's good, where you just screwed. I mean, I hope I didn't, I do think there was one I remember, somebody told me, I remember shooting it, but I never saw it. Somebody told me there was one where there was an episode of Xena, because I think you guys are, for some reason, taking Xena today. I don't know why. It was an episode we shot, I remember. The dialogue was, it was a dialogue with Renee O'Connor, and my dialogue to her was, there is this, I feel very empty. There is a hole inside me that needs filling.
Oh,
and her dialogue was, I don't know how you're going to fill that. I could try to fill that hole for you. And then I say back to her, nobody can fill that hole. And we could not get through. I mean, it took about an hour. And we were begging the director and writer, please, can we change that line to anything other than fill my hole? And ask her to fill my hole for me. So that was, but other than that, nah. Yes, you.
Hi, welcome to London.
Thank you.
First off, you didn't see the horse statue. Yes, they do keep quite a bit of horses in here on the regular, so that might explain
So
the
it's not
smell.
just how we actors smell only. It's
Yeah,
also the
actually
horses.
No, but you change your look around a lot when you act, namely Henrietta. I was wondering how the process has kind of changed from like maybe your first role where you're kind of full makeup versus even like your most recent career.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's asking, I do mostly horror, as you guys probably know, and I'm in a lot of prosthetics, which of course is makeup glued to you. And she's asking how things have changed from 30 years ago to today. The answer is they haven't. I wish I could tell you that they have. In fact, when I was getting ready to do this Evil Dead TV show, the producer came up to me and said, "Hey, great news. All these years have passed since you've last done this, but the makeup is so much better. It's so much easier to get into now. Oh my, yeah, the glues are different, the latex is different, the process of these chairs are not these crappy folding chairs, you're in like couches now. And we got somebody to come and like, if you're thirsty, they'll come get you something, and any music you want to hear while they're applying your makeup." None of that was true. None of it. No one was there to help me, and it sucked. And let me tell you something. It's like going, hey, super glue is much different today than it was 30 years ago. It's not. It's just super glue, you know. I mean, so it's all the same, basically. So, yeah, the answer is not really. But that's kind of the fun of it, and that is that it's practical effects. You know, in this world we live in now with movies, whether you love them or hate them, cool. But movies like Transformers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Jurassic Park 19, wherever they're on now, I don't know. But all of those massive digital effects, as cool as they are just that. There are no dinosaurs, of course there are no giant robots, there's none of that. But for like 90% of the stuff I do, including Ash vs. Evil Dead for Starz Network, those effects were all practicals, meaning that stuff was actually glued to my face and not digitized on there. The blood you saw exploding onto my face is from a blood cannon. That's not digital blood. So they actually had a blood cannon. What it was, a blood dude who was part of the prop department would come around and he would wheel this thing. It was like a giant stand-up vacuum cleaner, and it was loaded with a canister about this big of blood that they made. And then it was hooked to what is essentially a sandblaster on the lowest setting possible. And there were 3 settings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings. 1 just kind of splattered, and 5 was basically getting the hose. And the hose of blood. So all that stuff was actually there. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. You know, there's a certain visceral quality to stuff that's really there that you cannot get with digital stuff. You know, and in your mind, you just sort of know it's all kind of BS and stuff, so you don't really do it. Yes, who else has a question? Yes, Agent.
Hold on. I'll come back.
Okay, die-hard Evil Dead fan.
Sorry, can I just say, can you stand up? I just want to see your FBI. You too, sir. FBI. Look at these FBI agents. Aren't they awesome? I like it. I'll tell you why I like these costumes so much. Is they're disturbing me really bad. Not because they don't look like FBI agents. They do. That's what disturbs me about them. It's like those costumes. You're awesome. You can sit down. Thank you. You were amazing. It's like those costumes that cops come around, you know, like this. And every bad thing you've ever done in your life, you think they know. And I sort of feel like they knew that I only claimed like 100 out of that $110 on my taxes. Like, they're gonna get me. I sort of feel like that. Anyway, I'm sorry, what's your question?
So I'm a really big Evil Dead fan,
thank you.
since the beginning. So yay! I'll see you at 4:30 for a picture too. But I know, I'm very excited. So when I found out that Ash vs. Evil Dead was becoming a TV show, you can imagine I was just like flipping out. This is great. So how did that TV show come to be though? Like, was it just like you or Sam or Bruce or anybody just throwing ideas?
No, it was created like any other TV show. Evil Dead was created. There was, you know, concept written, a show Bible, a deck, which means a visual presentation. There was audio presentation. There was pitching, all that. You know, I mean, it was done in the way that it's done. Office to office to office to office, you know, until someone said yes, you know. So, yeah, no, it wasn't just like, hey, look what we got. You want that? You know, you have to sell it. You do have to sell it, yeah. Who else? Anybody have a question? Yes, miss, you.
Were there any particular challenges or especially good experiences in filming The Grudge in Japan?
Oh, she asked when I shot The Grudge in Japan, were there any particular challenges? Well, understanding Japanese would be the biggest one. That was challenging. Our director, Shimizu-san, at that point had directed that movie twice before, once as like a independent, then a studio, then a big American movie. So he knew what he was doing, but it was challenging to, he had a very tenuous grasp of English, and so everything was through a translator. All of his direction to me and Sarah Michelle Gellar was through a translator, and it would often go like this. I was a little dubious. I would be on set, and Shimizu would say, I do a take, and then Shimizu-san, the director, would say, and of course I don't speak Japanese, this is just gibberish, but this is what it sounded like to me. Turn around. And I asked the interpreter, what'd he say? He said he liked it very much, but perhaps you can try something different next time. I'm like, is that really what he said? Sounds like he just said you sucked and he walked off set. I mean, that doesn't really look like that. So that was challenging. So you never quite knew what was going on. Also, I remember all of our lunch had eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Like, you know, we all maybe go to like sushi restaurants and like things have eyes, you know? Well, of course, it's in Japan, and so they eat that all the time. And so every time we'd get a plate of food, it would look at you, and that was challenging. That was really strange. But otherwise, I loved it. It was just like making a regular horror picture. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Who else has a question? Anybody? Sir? Oh.
Where are we going? Down here?
Hi. Is there any role in particular that you really wanted and tried for but didn't get?
Are you kidding me? What job do you think I have?
Well,
I mean, I don't know if you know, that's what actors do. We read like all the time and we don't get anything.
But is there any one that you like, really, really wanted?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch, but I mean, I don't want to go over my failures with you. I don't know you well enough. I mean, unless you want to tell me every like chick you ever struck out with, I mean, we could. I don't know. I mean, I know if I told that story, we'd be here till March. But I'll say this: I think the ones that hurt the most are the ones where my financial situation was the most tenuous, and it was between that and going back into, you know, getting like a job type job, you know. But I didn't care. I did sort of starve sometimes because I didn't really care. I started off having the worst jobs that you could have, other than digging ditches. When I started off broke, I started off a dishwasher for a while, then I was a busboy, then I was a golf caddy. I mean, they're all shitty jobs. And then I worked as a production assistant, which is basically everybody's whipping boy on the set. So I did all those jobs. And so whenever I would lose a job as an actor later on, I'd be like, yeah, but I may not be able to eat, but I ain't washing anybody's dishes. So I was okay with that. You know, I was actually pretty cool with that. Yeah, so that's all I think about. I still think about that now. You know, like, I'm working now. These are great days for me. Like, I have a new show coming out. November 15th. It's on American TV. I don't know if you get Shudder here. It's a horror network. Do you guys get it? No? Yes, you do. Okay, so it's on Shudder. November 15th. It's called Dead Wax. It's me and Hannah Gross star in it. Hannah Gross from Mindhunter, Chester Rushing from Stranger Things, and we're all in this limited series on Shudder. Anyway, I'm so grateful when I get a job. A lot of actors are like, But every time I'm on set, I think about the time I'm washing dishes. I think about the time I'm bussing tables for a long time, a time I only had to choose between a potato and Cheerios for breakfast and lunch and dinner. It sucked. But so it doesn't affect me as much as some other actors. The guy's like, damn, I just wanted one movie. Give me a frickin' monologue about your life. Yes, you, miss.
Hi, thank you for coming to London.
Thanks for inviting me. It's great to be here.
I just love that there's a Comic-Con in my home city.
It's awesome.
So my question.
Yeah.
Gonna go to Xena.
Yep.
Because loved you as Joxer.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have a favorite episode or scene that you filmed?
Do I have a favorite one? Well, I think the episode I remember liking the best was Fins, Femmes, and Gems, where we're all just fish. See, I love those ideas out of left field the best. The fans hated it. It is from what I understand, all the fans of that show, including yourselves, find that the most reprehensible episode that there ever was. It's my favorite. But, hey, to each his own. I ain't judging anybody. I'm just saying that was my favorite one. Because it's just so wonky, And what I loved about that show, making it, was that we were so far from Los Angeles shooting it in New Zealand.
I know, I was trying to
half a world away, that the writer's room in LA could never make us do anything.
I like your vest.
I mean, they wrote that episode, but then we, sort of did our bits with it. So, yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
We've got one over here.
Wow, that's awesome. Look at you. Now, I'm sorry. Is that your actual hair or is that a wig? Either way, it looks great.
No comment. Two things real quick. First, big Spider-Man fan.
Thank you.
And big fan of you and your brother's work.
Thank you.
If there was a dream Spider-Man villain that you could play, who would it be?
Tedalus? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they've actually, they haven't done all the Spidey villains, but it depends which series and years you're talking about. Yeah, that's right. I'm a big comic fan too. Yeah, that's right. I know it. Yeah, that's right. I know that shit. I don't know. I think they did a pretty good job so far. I think I think they did a good job so far with Doc Ock, and they did a good job with everything. I thought they did a terrific job. Goblin, awesome, Yeah. Who else? Anybody else have a question? Anybody else have a question?
I have a
Yes.
question. Oh, you have a question?
Yes, what?
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to ask.
Yes.
Before you were in acting, what would you have done?
Why don't you come on?
What,
sit
you
down.
want me back?
Come on, sit down. Come on up on stage. Hop up there.
Okay,
Come
I'm
on.
too old
We'll
for-
QVC this thing.
Hi, how are you?
Look at this thing. This is nice. I
actually
should have been
pretty
sitting here the whole
comfortable.
time. What am I
This is
walking
nice.
around like a chump for?
I don't know. No, but before you got into acting, what were you doing or what would you have done, do you think? What were you interested in?
Before I got into acting, basically those jobs I mentioned, it was anything but that. So first thing I wanted to do was join the Army. I wanted to fly Apache helicopters.
Really?
Yeah, and I went to the recruiting office, and the NCO said, "Are those glasses you're wearing?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You can't fly helicopters with glasses." Because you can repair them, but you can't fly them. So then I wanted to be a cop. I took a year of pre-law, because at that point I was just an angry kid. As all angry young kids do, you want to be a police officer. And that didn't work out. And then I was a production assistant on a film. I was told to maybe audition for I was told to audition for an industrial film as an actor. I did, and I did the job. I got the part, and I got a check, and that check was worth 3 weeks of washing dishes for 1.5 day of work. And that was it. I never went back. So I came into acting kind of obliquely. Most actors come into acting and they go, I saw Fight Club and I had to do that. Or they go, I saw Titanic, and it was so beautiful that I had to be an actor and have a romance scene, you know?
And
they
that
go,
wasn't
they're like,
you?
they go,
No.
I saw fucking Fury. Brad Pitt was killing everyone. I wanted to be that guy. And they'll come in and they'll do that, stuff like that. And so, but I didn't do that. I was just like, let's see, dishwasher, golf caddy, actor. I'll take door number 3. And that was it.
There was a connection I read with lingerie.
Huh? What'd you say?
Lingerie.
You
Something,
want to...
not me. Something with your family's history.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I briefly thought about that too. My mother was a very successful lingerie retailer. In southeastern Michigan, she had a chain of 4 stores, and so I thought about going into business with her for a while, and I was going to be the bra king of Michigan. Yeah, I would have been the bra. Yeah, I could have done that. It was good business. So, that's true.
That could be your Spider-Man superhero.
Bra man?
Villain, yeah.
Sounds like someone who's in the county jail for a night or two. It doesn't really sound like an arch criminal exactly. I'm sorry, arch is an unfortunate word. A bad guy. Call him a bad guy. Yes. Any other questions you have?
Yeah.
Who else has questions?
Well, where are we on time? Are we good? I don't want to keep you too
now,
long.
are you guys, so now I got a question for you guys. First of all, raise your hand if you're in costume. Raise your hand. You are in costume? Stand up.
Negan.
Look at that guy.
Negan.
Yeah, Negan. It's a
Scary
good one,
Negan.
man. It's good to see some horror ones. Good to see some well done. Who else? Who else is in costume? Who's waving? Who's in costume? No, you. She was just waving. I was like, who else is in costume? She goes, no. Who else? Just one? 2. Here, we got Gabrielle, Megan.
Oh.
Who else? Okay, everyone in costume, stand up.
Oh, look.
Well done. Look at all that. You guys are awesome. Come up on stage. Everyone in costume, come up on stage.
Oh, that's nice.
Come up here.
Over here.
Let's see what you got.
Now we're having a contest now. Oh, look. That's awesome.
Look at
Oh,
this.
this guy's dancing. He's got his Fortnite
Come here, you maniacs.
dance and
Everyone on
everything.
stage. Stand in a row right here. Line up. Wonder, everybody, line up. Oh my God, there's 1,000 of you.
Hey, you called for it.
There is 1,000 of you. Everyone on stage.
Everybody.
Up to it.
Look at this.
Let's move it, you costumers. You cosplayers. This guy's just
Do your
freaking
Fortnite
scary.
dance. Do your Fortnite
All right.
dance. Do your dance.
Now, Mr. Frightman, what's your name?
Sebastian Fox.
Sebastian Fox, what are you, and why are you here?
Kylo Ren from Star Wars The Force Awakens and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
He is the Last Jedi. Any other Star Wars people here? No, you're all alone. Hold on, you stand over here. Now we're gonna have a battle that you have never seen before. Wonder Woman. Canada Woman, excuse me. Look at that. Oh yeah, but that law you just passed, you got the wrong leaf on there though, kid. Come here. All right, hold on a second. Now, do you consider yourself a brave and vital warrior?
Yes.
Do you fight for all things Canada?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, come here, you evil Jedi monster beast thing. Hold your swords out. Now, without causing a, shall we say, miserable lawsuit where you both break your necks, show me, I want 3 gentle sword hits to see who is the winner between the Star Wars universe and the DC universe. Now, folks, who do you think would win this? We're gonna find out. We'll just see how tough you Canadians really are. Ready, and fight! Oh! Oh, yeah, Star Wars, come back! Oh, no! Canada's go! Push him back, 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 push him back. And get down there. Now, don't kill, get down. Yes, make him submit! Canada wins! Yeah! Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Both of you, excellent fight, awesome fight. Now you have something else to say, yeah, but you just lost the battle, but yes.
HBO canceling Ash vs. the Evil Dead was a huge mistake, and I'll hunt them down for it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Now, you are.
I'm Elastigirl.
You're what?
Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
That's right. Now, does she have popcorn? That's what confuses me.
No, it's just my snack because I'm kind of hungry.
Even the Incredibles need to eat. Even the Incredibles need to eat.
Especially when you're tall, like your appetite goes from here to here.
Now, you, who are you?
I am John Wick from Fortnite.
And I want to ask you a question with regard to that costume. How long did it take you to grow that beard?
18 years.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a really long time, because that's a mighty looking beard you got there.
Yeah.
When you're eating soup, does it get stuck in there?
I sometimes keep it for a snack in my beard.
He said he sometimes keeps it for a snack. What's your superpower? Should we think of a superpower for you?
Yes.
Do you think it is beard growing?
Yes.
I think that's a good one. All right, so we got the Incredibles, and we have beard growing man here, who are going to give us, folks. Which of you think that Beard Man or Incredible Girl should win this? Should bite? Do you think they should fight and see what happens? Let's battle them, folks. Bring them to the center stage.
He's gonna do his dance.
My boyfriend here is going to be the one rooting for me, so.
Where's your boyfriend? Yes. Stand beside your girlfriend. Yes, she might die. Of course you have to. What do you mean, do you have to? You're the worst boyfriend I've ever seen. Stand here. It's a wonder you're able to get a girl like that. Now, I want a good, clean fight. Do you hear me? No gouging, no pinching, no name calling, just good hacking and bloodletting. Do you understand? Here's what I want. I want some superpowers, but not too many superpowers. No stretching, no visibility, no floating around, no building bubbles. You understand me? I want a good, clean fight. You, listen to your girlfriend from now on. All right, here we go. On 3, Beard Man versus Incredible Girl. And go! Yes, it's a hit. It's another hit. Oh, Incredible, let's get it from that. Beard Man's falling off stage. And go down, Beard Man, go down. Yeah, it's a winner. Well done. Good job, Beard Man. Beard Man, you were awesome. Let's hear it. Beard Man, Incredible Girl. Hey, let's hear it for all of our costumed awesomenesses. And you do know you're supposed to buy the dinner once in a while, don't you?
I mean, it's tough, man, you know? You know what it is, washing dishes. You know how it is.
Oh, boy.
Thanks, folks. Thank you very much. Let's thank all our costume folks again. It was a great time. And I'll see you guys around here, broke, or if you got any money left, yeah, come to my table.
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of the 2018 London Comic Con. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see more, and let us know below what you think of this video. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.